All right, hello. So today we're going to look at another thing that we can do that will hopefully make grade 9 math a little easier for you. And today in particular, we're going to look at using Excel when you have to do a calculation over and over and over again. So sometimes in math, you'll have a problem that involves doing one calculation, maybe finding the area or finding the perimeter of something, and having to do it for a lot of different shapes. And Excel can save you a lot of time because instead of doing that math by hand or on your calculator over and over again, you can tell it the calculation you want to do and it will just do it for all of them in the blink of an eye. So let's take a look, shall we? For this, I've pulled up a file in Excel, and it should look a lot like one that you get for homework today. So here we have today's work, repeated calculations, and let's say that we want to do a calculation over and over and over again in Excel. Can we do that easily? And for this example, let's say that we want to see what happens to the area of a 10 by 10 rectangle as we make the length one more each time. So this is the kind of problem we're doing right now. So let's imagine we start with a rectangle that is 10 by 10, just like that. And what we want to say is, well, what would happen if we kept making it longer, but we kept the width the same? So what we can do, if I want all of these to be 10, I could press Control-C and highlight down and press Control-V and paste it, and now I can make them all 10. Or I can grab this little green dot in the corner there, and let's take a look a little closer. See the green dot? And if you drag that down, it will take what's happening in that cell and drag it down with. So in this case, I'm going to take that 10 and drag it down so that the whole column there says 10. Again, to show you that zoomed out, we grab the green dot and you drag it down, and it takes that 10 and applies it to everything. So we're going to say in every example here, the width of our rectangle isn't changing. But we want the length to get bigger. Now I could say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. And that's not a big deal because it's not very big. But I could also have Excel do the math for me. I could say, if I want this cell here to be just one bigger than that, I can use equals, which is always what makes Excel do math. And I can say, take the cell above this and have it go up by 1. And in math, how do we make something go up by 1? We say plus 1. And now this says 11. Now you may be thinking, big deal, I know it's 11. But watch. Now, I can, just like before, grab the green dot on that, and if I drag it down, it's not dragging the number 11 down now. Now it's going to drag the instruction down. And remember, the instruction is, take the number above this and add 1. And so if I grab that green dot and drag it down just like that, you'll see that Excel does the same rule. It says take the one above it and have it go up by 1 for every one of these cells. Now that can be super helpful because you could do that for 1,000 rows. So if you've got a lot of math to do, you can see that saves you a lot of time. Let's keep going. We know that we want to find the perimeter. And if you remember our rectangle, if we were to draw a rectangle here, there's my rectangle. Well, we would call this the length. Well, yeah, whatever. We'll call that the length. We'll call that the width. We'll call, we would also call this the length, and we would also call this the width. So the perimeter is 2 lengths and 2 widths. So, to find the perimeter, I could say, okay, I want to, again, do math. We'll take the length, and we'll add a second length to it, because it has 2 lengths, and then we'll add the width, and then we'll add another width, because this rectangle has 4 sides. There we go. And if you remember, area is equal to length times width. So Here I can say equals length. And we've talked about this before, but remember that in Excel, we use the star to show multiplication. So times width. And there we go. Now, having done that, I don't need to type that formula in over and over again. Remember, I can just grab that green arrow and drag it down. And here I can grab the little green rectangle in the corner and drag it down. And it has done all those calculations for me instead of me having to do them one at a time. So hopefully that was helpful. You can see that this should save you a lot of time. Yeah, good luck and happy mathing.